If you want to go to an NBA game, you have to download the Game Time app. You'll know exactly what the court looks like from each seat. It's a completely digital ticket, so no hassle of standing in the will call line. And if you use my code COACH, you'll get $10 off your first purchase. I've used it, it's awesome, and I'm in. Also, our new mobile app has dropped. It's an incredible experience and a whole new way to interact with me and the rest of the BBallBreakdown community. You can add your own content in the timeline with posts, GIFs, texts, and messages. Plus, read all of our fantastic articles, watch our videos, and listen to all of our great podcasts. You in? Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to BBallBreakdown. Some exciting basketball from last night, and I decided to spotlight two crazy good shooting exhibitions put on by some of the best three-point shooters in the league. First, we'll examine how Steph Curry led the Warriors to a dismantling of the Cavaliers in their finals rematch, and then a nightcap, Rockets visiting the Clippers, where Redick exploited all kinds of horrible defense to knock down 9 threes. The Warriors have gotten very clever on their ball screens for Steph Curry. Watch how Bogut sets up the screen, but quickly slips it. This brings Mozgov up above the three-point line. At the same time, Curry is doing a spin move as Draymond is cutting hard to set a screen to Curry's left. The timing is perfect on this. Bogut then sets a pin down on Draymond's man Kevin Love, who is so far behind the play anyway that it's just adding insult to injury. Kyrie's footwork is poor as he runs right into the ball screen, and Steph has 6 feet of space with nary a hand up in sight for this splash. The Warriors kill you with their out-of-bounds plays. They're ranked number 1 in the league in efficiency, and here's an example why. Watch Klay inbound the ball and then set up for what appears to be a loop for him, 3 screens along the baseline. However, watch Curry quickly break around and take the last 2 pin downs for himself. Dellavedova is 6 steps behind, and that's all Curry needs. Watch the hop to get him aligned instantly and shooting the ball right on the catch. Gorgeous. The Cavs have been trapping Curry on high pick and rolls to this point, but for some reason, Thompson completely falls asleep and sinks back. Delly can't get close enough, and this is a practice shot for Curry. Unfortunately, we missed the beginning of this play, but it appears Steph just cuts up from the block to the wing. Another perfect hop on the catch and quick release. Look at his turn. He's facing the sideline, and the ball is off before Shumpert can even get there. Something you simply could not get off with the 1-2. LeBron had gotten a little physical with Curry earlier in the game, and I always like to see the little guys get some payback. Curry stands LeBron up, and on the spin, this easily could have been a Barnes dunk by the way, Curry pulls out the chair, giving LeBron a seat and taking Kyrie out at the same time. Another perfect hop on the catch gets Steph in rhythm. Notice how he's facing us with this beautiful turn, and the ball goes splash. Did I also mention the Warriors are number 1 in efficiency on after timeout plays? Here's perfect execution of a zipper fist, where Iguodala makes the zipper cut, Bogut sets the ball screen, and watch the timing as Draymond sets a back screen on Kyrie. James Jones needs to tag Bogut as he's rolling, so he has no idea what's happening and doesn't tell Kyrie about the screen. Steph makes the hammer cut, an easy skip pass from Iggy finds him all alone for the easiest 3 on the court. And to cap off his crazy night, Steph gets fancy with the behind-the-back dribble into the ball screen. No communication by Delly and Jones, and for some inexplicable reason, Jones decides to leave Curry, giving him another wide-open 3 to end the third. Moving on to Redick, who had an even bigger scoring night bombing away from the three-point line. It's also no surprise he did it against Houston, who had James Harden guarding him for a lot of the night. Early in the first, the Clippers run a ho-hum double weak-side pin down for Redick, and Harden was in trouble from the beginning. With the ball on the right side and Redick deep in the weak side corner, Harden needs to be much farther away from Redick. Since JJ knows when he's going to cut and Harden doesn't, he'll always be late reacting, which is why he needs to get a head start. It would also give him more space to duck through this screen, and then he'd be glued to the hip. Instead, he gets farther and farther behind with every step, and when you let Redick get set in the air with a clear view of the hoop, he is going to knock it down. On this Ariza drive and miss, it leaves 4 Rockets under their own hoop, and there's no way Beverly has a chance against this 4-on-1. Another nice hop into a wide open 3 in rhythm. Now that the Rockets have let Redick get very comfortable, they have Ariza on him, who isn't in a good stance and just doesn't seem ready to guard the best shooter in the gym. On this failed alley-oop, Harden gets mesmerized by Wes Johnson tipping the ball, and even though he glances back to acknowledge that he knows he's on Redick, he doesn't react until the ball is in Redick's hands. To make matters worse, he contests across Redick's body even though it would have made much more sense to challenge Redick's shooting side. Contact is made, and Redick gets the 4-point play. Here's a good elbow play where CP3 slips his screen for Redick, but again, because Redick is on the weak side, Brewer needs to be at least 2 steps to his left. He has no idea when Redick is going to cut, thereby making Redick quicker than Brewer every time. Brewer does a good job to stay glued to the hip, but on the handoff he gets rubbed off. Dwight is in good position till he's not, and Redick rises up for another open jumper. In the second half, I like that Harden has more energy to defend Redick, but that energy turns to narcolepsy as they didn't even need to set this hammer screen for Redick. Harden was so asleep. And the pass was way off target too, but Redick still has time to catch it and shoot another open shot. On this possession, Harden begins in good position, giving Redick space so he can catch up when Redick cuts. But then watch what he does. He moves laterally towards the low block and gets into the lane, never realizing Redick is already coming around the DJ screen on the wing. Ariza inexplicably backs up instead of steps out, and Redick gets a practice shot. Right after that, Ariza is on Redick and they kick the ball out to Mbah a Moute. First off, Capella is there to close out at him from the basket area. Second, Mbah a Moute is the guy on the Clippers that you're happy to shoot as many threes as possible. Yet Ariza decides to close out from the wing to the corner, doing the only thing the Rockets needed to avoid, leaving Redick wide open out top. I appreciate Capella's effort, but it simply doesn't matter. And in overtime, with the Clippers clinging to a 3-point lead, Ariza misses a wild shot, Dwight Howard foolishly brings the ball down after he grabs the board, and Chris Paul easily digs it out. Jason Terry tries his best, but Redick is too much, and he rises up and ices this game.